Hi there, stampers and crafters. My name is Tami White from stampwithtami.com, and welcome to our online class today where we are going to be creating the coolest card in my opinion. It is a photo booth film strip flip card. Super, super cool. I'm going to actually be turning the waterfall technique into a fun photo strip that flips, and I think you guys are going to have a lot of fun making it. So, today is also our Stampin' Demonstrator Group's summertime blog hop, which means that in addition to my class today and my project, I have a ton of projects from my demonstrator group to share with you. They have been crafting for today and they are so talented. You're not going to want to miss this. So you're going to want to pop on over to my blog after this video, download the free PDF that goes along with this class, leave a comment so that you can enter to win our blog hop giveaway, which is the Bird Ballad laser cut cards and envelopes. Absolutely love those. We used those in a class last week, which are just, they're amazing. And then you can take the tour and you can enter to win our giveaway once per blog in the tour. And all the instructions are right on it, very easy, and lots of great projects. In addition to that, I have actually two different types of giveaways today. I also have a live prize giveaway, and all you need to do to enter that is leave a comment right here on this video. Welcome aboard, everybody. I see a lot of you on here live, and this is a live prize giveaway, but this has a little bonus. Our live prize has a little bonus today, the video comment entry, because I'm not going to actually draw the winner until Monday. So that means you don't actually have to be live to enter to win the live prize. So leave a comment on the video, leave a comment on my blog, and leave a comment on the blog hop, and you will be entered to win all of these with multiple chances to win. And I'm really excited to get started with this card. Let me show it to you. So cute. So I'm using my Capture the Good stamp set. This is the stamp set that I designed for Stampin' Up! For my being a $1 million seller. And I'm also using the brand new Over the Moon stamp set with the cow. How cute is that? So fun. And you're going to be really surprised at how easy this card is to make. And I'm going to show you some another cool technique here, a different technique in using another way to use the Capture the Good stamp set to eliminate the lens and stamp words or images inside of it all flat. So that's another cool thing, and we're also going to be working with the Stampin' blends. You guys ready to get started? Let's jump right in. All right, so first, most important thing, I guess, here is I have a free PDF to follow along with this class. This has all of the measurements. It has the scoring information, which is probably the most important for the waterfall card. The technique that we're doing for the flips is the scoring on here. It also has a complete supply list here. And in addition to all of that, there is a link to get you back to the resource page. So if you're watching this live but are making it later and want to go back and watch the video instead of sifting through all of my online classes on Facebook or YouTube, you can actually just go right to this URL and it'll bring you right to this class, all the resources and the video. Or if you have a smartphone, you can zap the QR code. Okay, so we're going to get started. I'm actually using 3 stamp sets here. These 2 are brand new. This is the Capture the Good stamp set. I personally think this is the best stamp set ever. I might be a little biased, but it's pretty awesome. And in addition to that, I'm using the brand new Over the Moon stamp set, which is really stinking cute with the cows. And I would love to hear some other suggestions of some fun things that you could put in this little photo booth card and make it really cute. Because I was thinking of a bunch of other stamp sets that we could use, and there's just like so many that I just thought there's so many fun things we can do with it. So I'm using the cows today, but I would love to see some other ideas that you guys come up with. And I'm using the artisan textures. I'm using the splatter just for a little bit of interest in the background. Okay, so we're going to get started. I am actually going to start with the die cutting today, and we'll be using the Stitch Shapes framelits. These are a staple, I think. They've got the squares, ovals, circles, multiple sizes, and they give you the little stitching on it, which is so cute. Yes, Trisha says Dino Days. Absolutely, that would be adorable. So I'm using the second smallest square, and we're going to cut 4 of those out of Whisper White. And through the magic of video, ta-da! I have those all cut for us. So the next thing we'll do is we'll do our stamping. And I've got just a little bit of scrap paper here because we're going to stamp off the edge. We're going to stamp the little photo bombs like they were in the photo booth there. And we're going to do some memento. And we're going to do all the, there's 3 different cows. I'm using all 3 of them. So they were a little different each time, but I'm putting them at a little bit of an angle. So this guy's kind of angled in there. And maybe we'll alternate the angle a little bit. And then I love this little last one, the little cow's like sleeping. So cute. And we'll put her down here as a little bit of an angle on that one too. Just gives it a little bit of fun appeal there, like they're kind of photobombing into the photo. And the last I'm using from the Capture the Good is the Focus is All on You. I love this saying. And that's going to go right in the center of one. So we've got our 4 pieces here all ready to color. But before we do that, let's go ahead and stamp the rest of our pieces. And I'm going to show you this really cool technique that I just kind of teased you with. So first thing we're going to do is stamp, and I'm using Grainy Apple Green color. That's the color of the cardstock and the color of the ink pad here. And we are going to stamp the camera image. However, I'm not just going to ink it up and stamp it. Before I do that, I'm going to take some, this is a Post-it note, just a sticky little Post-it note, and the 1.5 inch circle punch. So we'll just stick that in there. Doesn't matter how it goes in, but I am trying to get a little bit of sticky so that it sticks to the card a little bit. And I'm putting that right over the lens of the camera. So I'm inking that up. And then I'm going to use the Take Your Pick tool because that Post-it is going to be pretty inky. So I'm just going to lift that off. And what that did was that eliminated the center of the camera. So when we do that, and I'm doing this at a little bit of an angle, so it's kind of fun background to the card. Look at, now the center, the lens isn't there, so we can stamp things in the center. So in this, I'm going to stamp Oh Snap from the Capture the Good. Super cool, right? So that's just one more way to use that stamp set. And then on the background here, I'm going to take that little splatter from the Artisan Textures. And again, I do have all that listed on the resource page in case you're popping in a little bit late. Now I am stamping this one. You see I'm stamping it off on the scrap paper and then kind of randomly stamping it a couple of times. I want it to be kind of light. I don't want it to be overpowering because this isn't the focal point of the card. It's just a little bit of interest on the background. And I'm intentionally taking that off the edge so it looks like this. Super cute, right? All right, so we're going to go ahead and stamp the inside of the card because I loved this one. This one's a similar technique, but I'm also going to show you how to mask the circle of the camera. So taking that camera again, and I'm using another Post-it note this time. This is the 1.5 inch circle punch if you like. Okay, this time I didn't get the sticky because I was using the center of the Post-it note, and I'll show you why I use the center. Don't throw this out. We want that part too. We want both parts of the Post-it note this time. So taking the ink pad, because that's not sticky, it's going to come right off. So I'm inking that. Using my little careful with that Take Your Pick tool on there too. You don't want to scratch your ink pad, but you don't want to get inky fingers either. All right, so again, we've got the center of that lens isn't inked. And then we're going to stamp, and I did this at an angle because I just thought that was fun. You could certainly stamp it straight if you would like to. So I'm just kind of putting it, this is the inside of the card. So we've got that center part that doesn't have any color on it. And this time, and I've got to actually clean off our cow. We're going to use this cow. But since I just stamped with him, I'm going to just take our little chamois and clean off that Memento black ink because we're going to use Grainy Apple Green this time. Now, if I go ahead and stamp him on there, his body's going to go right over that camera, right? And we don't want that to happen. So that's where the reverse part of this Post-it note comes in. I'm just going to mask that around. And then we'll just stamp his little face in there. And then when we pull that off, ta-da! Isn't that adorable? So cute. All right, so there's a little masking technique. Just one more way to use that, capture the good camera and keep it flat, but do different things inside the lens. All right, and our stamping portion of this is done. So next up, we're going to do some coloring. And I'm using the Stampin' Blend markers. I have all of the colors listed on that PDF, with the exception of, I forgot I was going to say paper pumpkin, the pumpkin pie. All right, sorry, I got a little tongue-tied there. And I know everybody asks about this whenever I bring in the blends. This is the lid to my little plastic card box. I just put them on there because it's easy to roll them in and out without having to grab them all. But I feel like there's so much interest in that maybe Stampin' Up! Needs to have a holder for your pens. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do, and it doesn't matter what order that you do this in, but I'm going to go ahead and color all of the cow's little noses here. So what I did with that is I took, this is the Ivory Stampin' Blends markers. And I'm just going to color around his little snout there. Is there a name for that? The cow's little face? There's got to be I'm sure there's a name for that. Any cow people out there? Now, this is just the light pumpkin pie, and I'm only doing that to give it just a little bit of pop on her little face there. Do that on all three of them. Almost looks like a little smiley face in a face, right? Her little face. We'll call this one a boy. We'll have both boys and well, actually, boys are bulls, right? Are they bulls? That's okay. They can still be boys. All right. All right, so just blending that light pumpkin pie in with the ivory marker. Snout. That might be right, Donna, the snout. Donna says that her little face there is a snout. Okay, so I'm taking the, this is the lighter of the blacks. The Stampin' Blend markers, these are alcohol markers, and they're made to blend. And they come in lights and darks. So you can get them individually, or you can get them in a set of lights and darks. So I'm using that to just color in these little nostrils inside her little face. His little face. Their little faces. And I'm not going to get rid of that just yet because we are going to use that a little bit on the cow spots. So now I have smoky slate, light and dark, and we're going to color their little cow spots. Some have more than others. So now the blends, what I'm doing here is I'm taking like the lighter color and then adding a little bit of the darker just to give it a little bit of depth. And then blending it in with the lighter. I find they blend the best when they're wet, and that's why I put the lighter down first. However, if you wanted to just start with the dark, you could. Some people prefer to do it that way. There isn't a right or wrong way. Just preference. So right now, again, these are the light smoky slates Stampin' Blend markers that I'm using. Animal outing, that would make a really good card for this too, the photo booth card. Super cute one. That is a good one. And then I'm just kind of using the light to blend that in. So this one, she's got a little hoof there. And if you wanted to really make these pop, you can take a touch of that light black in a couple of spots. I wouldn't overdo this one, but maybe just a tiny little bit. And then blend that in. And I've got the darker of the smoky slates to blend that. All right, so for the center of the flower, I've got some Mango Melody, because that just kind of popped right there. And the ivory again, just for the insides of the ears. Yeah, butterflies would be really pretty here too, to use for this type of flip card. I'm a big fan of photobombing animals. On my regular Facebook profile, that's my profile. I got photobombed and tongue slapped by a giraffe at a safari once, and oh my gosh, it was just the funniest thing. So photobombing animals, just love them. Again, I'm still on the ivory. I started to put it away and realized I forgot his little horns. So maybe he's a bowler there. All right, so now we've got some crumb cake. Oh, I forgot the other hoof. Thanks for noticing that. Let's see. Where's the other hoof? Maybe I forgot it because I didn't see it. Is this the hoof right here? Yeah, there it is. All right. So I'm starting again with the lighter just for the little hair portions right here. A little bit of hair. They're hairy cows. Never saw hair on a cow like that before, but hey. It works. So cute. Then again, I never saw a cow photobombing in a film strip. A photo booth either. Oh, so fun. All right, and sorry I put that mango away. We weren't quite done with that either. If you have petals showing, I just have a couple. You can use the Granny Apple Green for them. And the last coloring piece we got here is the bell. And that is Mango Melody, and I'm going to use both of them on this. All right. So we are ready to get started with the interactive portion of this card. The fun stuff, right? That's all of our coloring and all of our stamping. And if you're popping in late, welcome. You can actually check back in at the beginning after we're done and see what you missed. So I've got a strip here, and again, all of the measurements for this are on that free PDF, which somewhere I put down and lost. There we go. It didn't go too far this time. It's not like the stamp set that was sitting right in front of me, the stamp that I lost the other day. All right, so we've got measurements right here, and down here we're going to do this right here on the bottom. This is the 9x1 7/8 strip, and it's going to be scored at 2, 2 3/4, 3.5, and 4.5. This is a free PDF, and you will find it on the resource page of this video. The link is in the video's description, as well as you can go to stampwithtami.com and click on video tutorials for all of my videos. They all have free PDFs. All right, so we're going to start here with a scoring blade and go 2. And the scoring blade is different than the cutter because it doesn't actually cut. It's just giving us a scoring line. 2 3/4. 3.5. Yeah, the pigs would be adorable too. They would definitely work for this. Photobombing pigs. Okay, so we've got our 4 score lines, and then you can burnish them with a bone folder or just fold them. Either way. So this is going to be our pull. No, okay, just going to make sure that was right. Okay. So next up, we're going to attach our little pieces. Now I've cut 4 basic black pieces to 2" by 2". They're squares here. And they are going to be the frame. Wasn't the most awesome cut job there. They are going to be the frame to our photos. So these are our little photos from the photo booth here. And the black will be the little frame around them. You can use a bone folder for a scoring tool, looking for a good scoring tool. We have we still have the Simply Scoring tool too. That's a really good tool. It's an excellent tool for scoring, one of the best. Okay, so we've got our little pieces here, and now we're going to attach them to our little pole. Now, when you're attaching, sticky strip. Don't use the snail for that, just because you need it to be super strong. It's important that because you're going to be pulling this part, you want these to be strong. And let's see, the one on the bottom is going to be the very last. Okay, so the one on the top will be the one that shows, just to keep that in mind too. Right? That's exactly what I was thinking when I created this, Beth. She said it reminds her of the photo strips from the photo booth. And that's exactly my thought when I designed it. I was like, it's like a little photo booth. So this is tear tape. It's pretty strong, one of my favorite stronger adhesives. And I'm putting in each of the scores, each of our little sections there. Now I put 2 on this bottom one. Probably don't need to, but I did anyway. So I'm just going to peel off the back. The protective backing, one at a time. Don't peel off all the protective backings at once, or you'll get pieces sticking where you don't want them. And then just attach the squares. Okay, so we've got one. We'll peel off the next one. And I've got 2. And now we're going to line this one up with the fold. So the top of that square goes on the fold. Same with that one. Top of the square goes on the fold. And so you want them lined up here and lined up with the top of the fold there. And the last one on top, and this is the one that's going to show, the one on top. And this technique that we're doing here for this interactive card is called, I feel like that was not quite right. Did I not? I just felt like that didn't score right, because that one's not quite in the right place. I'm going to take that off. Did I not do that in the right place? This technique is called the waterfall card. All right, I'm just going to put this right back in here and just kind of double check that last score line because it doesn't look right. 4.5 was the score line. I feel like maybe that one should be 4 1/4, and I'm going to update that sheet because I think 4.5 was just a little bit too much on that. So that last one, if you've already downloaded the sheet, just make a note that it should be 4 1/4, not 4.5. And when we put that back on there, yeah, perfect. Okay, so just to show you, I will update this right after the video, but just in case you've already downloaded, it's right here. This one says 4.5. It should be 4 1/4. Okay. So next up, we are going to make this fun little pull tab using the scallop tag topper. This is a new punch, and not only does this one make the fun little, and I'm just flipping it upside down so I can see exactly where it is in the tag topper. Not only does it make this cool little edge to pull, but it also punches the hole for us. So that's like a 2-in-1 right there. Didn't even need a hole punch. All right, so now we've got all of our pieces together. Those are all the pieces, and now it's time to assemble. So we'll go ahead and put our fun little cow on the inside. And then we can go ahead and put this one on the outside. You could use sticky strip on this if you wanted to. I'm just going to use snail because it's quicker for the video. Okay, now a little trick when you're putting this on, this is what's going to hold our pull tab. So 1, you need sticky strip for this little black strip, and 2, you don't want it all the way across here because the pull is going to come underneath. That's where the interactive piece is. So what you want on the right edge is just a strip on the very edge there. And then on the left, you can do a little bit more. You want to make sure there's enough there to hold it, but not enough that it's going to stick to it. Okay, so there's enough room there that can pull through. Okay, if the resource page says not found, Eleanor, I will double check that as soon as I'm done with the video. If for some reason it didn't post, sometimes they get stuck and they don't post when they're supposed to. I will go check that. I can't do it while I'm stamping, but I'll do it as soon as I'm done with the video. So my apologies if that happened. Okay, so I'm going to stick that down. Again, there's just a tiny little bit of adhesive on the right side. The left side has a little bit more. And for this, now we're going to slide this underneath. That's going underneath our little holder bar. And we only have a little bit of adhesive, and that's going to be on the very edge of our very last flip. That's what's going to hold that on there. Okay. And then I'm going to just line that up. Actually, you know what? I don't like how I did that. I'm not going to put that on the very edge. Let's see if I can get that up. I'm actually going to put it up here because I want to line that up. I should have done that before I attached or tried to attach. I want to line that up here. So I want this to be lined up with the top. So we'll go ahead and put this. We'll go ahead and put the sticky strip right on the bar. You just don't want it to go over where the tag's going to be. All right, now that's going to stick to that sticky strip. And this is underneath, so we've got our flip. Oops. And the reason why that's stuck is because I had an extra score there because I had the wrong measurement on the first one. So just a reminder on that one. And you know what? Since my since it doesn't look like my scheduled blog post went out, I can fix that before you guys download it. So there you go. So you won't have the wrong measurements. This is braided linen trim. So I'm going to use that for the pull. And then I'm just kind of wrapping that around my finger. Like so. And our card is complete. There we go. That's our waterfall flip. The focus is all on you. And then when you open it, oh, you know what? Oh, we can't have a card be complete without some bling on it, right? I mean, it was done, but let's definitely put some of these little sequins on here. And all of the supplies that I'm using today are available in my online store. So I'm taking just the take your pick tool and being naughty. There we go. Just picking up a couple of these are Granny Apple Green sequins, of course. So they match the ink and paper. There we go. Now we're done. All right, what do you guys think? Yay? You like? Gotta love that capture the good. I'm not sorry. I can't say this enough, but it is my absolute favorite stamp set, and you know, partially because look at my name's on the box. It's so cool. Yeah, I'm so excited about it. Anywho, I have lots more ideas for this Capture the Good stamp set on the resource page as well. I promise I will go fix that right now that the video is over. Don't forget to leave a comment here. And don't forget to pop on over to my blog in about 5 minutes when I get it up there so that you can check out all of the blog hop and enter to win our blog hop contest. All right, well, thank you for joining me today.